Let me ask you an important question. What do you really want most in life? What do you want most in life? Money? You want a little piece of paper with pictures of dead people on it? No, you might want what you think money will give you. What do you think money would give you? Freedom? Security? Okay. What else do you want? Love. Love. How many want love in your life? More love in your life. Whatever you tell me, some people say, I want to be closer to God. Some people say, I want to make $1 billion. Some people say, I want 3 perfect children. What's in common? The only reason you want anything is because you believe if you get that, it will change how you feel. You want the money because you think how you'll feel. You say, no, it's what I'll get. No, what you get will affect how you feel. You say, I want to be closer to God because of how you'll feel. I want my children to be so happy. Why? How does that make you feel when they're happy? We think of ourselves in the Western world of the mind, but you're a hell of a lot more than your mind, aren't you? The mind is a tool that you should learn to use. If you don't learn to use your mind, it will use you. And it doesn't usually make you happy. Your heart, your emotions are what you're after. And here's the most amazing thing. Every feeling you've ever wanted, that you're achieving in your business for, that you're building your family for, that you're voting a certain way for, that you're doing anything for, is to either get out of a negative feeling or increase or get a positive feeling. And here's the amazing thing. How many of you can think of a goal you'd love to achieve, that if you made it happen, you'd be so happy? How many of you have ever achieved a goal that you worked really hard for, and after you achieved it, your brain went, is this all there is? That's a horrible feeling, isn't it? Failure feels better than that, because when you fail, you don't give up, you just get up and find another way, don't you? But if you succeed and you're still not happy, you're not what I call technically screwed, right? You don't want to be there. How long did you stay happy? 6 years? A year? 6 months? 6 hours? So here's the crazy thing. You did all this to change how you feel, it worked for a little while, and then you went back. Do you know they've done studies on people and they ask people around the world, what is your number one fear? And then they say, what would be the greatest gift or surprise? The greatest gift that most people in the Western world say is to win the lottery. It's the number one answer. Hundreds of $1 millions, it changed my life. The number one thing people say that would scare them, the thing that would be the worst thing to happen, would become a quadriplegic. Now, interestingly enough, they've done studies on people who win the lotteries and done studies on people who are quadriplegics. And one thing they found out was really interesting. 3 years after either winning the lottery or becoming a quadriplegic, who do you think is happier? The quadriplegic or the person who won $100 million lottery? Which one? Well, it's kind of a trick question. It's kind of a setup, right? Neither one is more happy. Because after 3 years, their brains adjust. The person who can't even move, if they move their finger, they now get excited by that, if they're not drugged. And the person who, was in a position where they won the lottery, as long as people want something from them, they're usually fairly angry. They return to the same level of happiness they were before. So how do you and I have an extraordinary quality of life? We learn that what we get will not make us happy, not long term. Who we become will make you very happy or very sad long term. And so the purpose of a goal is what it makes of you. But also, if you learn to use your body the right way, these emotions you want most, you can have right now. When you finally achieve that goal, who's going to make you feel like that? Who's going to make you feel that way when that happens, when you achieve the goal? Who? You. So if that's true, why wait? I hear people all the time say things like, man, this is the most horrible thing in the world. This is so terrible. Someday I know we'll look back and we'll laugh about this. I say, why wait? Let's look back and laugh now. So in order to do that, you have to understand a very fundamental principle, and that is that the way you feel is controlled by 2 things: what you focus on and what you do with your body. The way you move is the most powerful piece. Now, when I say the way you move, I include your voice, your face, all that. This area of your face right here has 37 muscles. But if you keep making the same facial expressions, you keep having the same biochemistry, you keep feeling the same feelings. But if you change your facial expression, change your movement, everything changes. Is it possible to have a really magnificent, beautiful life and not feel it? Is it possible to have lots of people love you and you not feel loved? Is it possible for you to have tremendous abundance but feel scarcity inside? Of course, because you can overwrite all this with your mind if you don't learn to use your body. So success doesn't guarantee fulfillment. In fact, listen to me now. Success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. So if you want a better life, we got to train ourselves to use our body, not just while I'm telling you here, but to develop some new simple habits that'll make you feel this way all the time. And so problems can happen, you're like, bring it to me. I know a lot of people who have a great life, but they never celebrate. How many have done this? How many of you have ever had something happen where you really achieved something great, you were really excited, but you toned it down around other people because you didn't want to make them feel bad? But here's what happens. When you have a great success and then you try to make yourself not feel too happy or excited around other people, does that make things better for them? No. Does it make them better? No. Does it make them grow? No. But here's what it does do. It teaches your brain it's not good to be too happy. And then that becomes a habit. So even when you succeed, you never fully celebrate. So I've worked with so many multi-billionaires that come to me and they're miserable, or people that are people you think would be the happiest people in the world, very famous celebrities in music or in movies or athletes, and they're miserable inside because they don't celebrate. So Michael Phelps is a good friend of mine also. Michael Phelps has more gold medals than most countries, and he was depressed all the time because he'd get to the goal, just achieve it, and I have to do it again. So one of the things he had to learn was how to train his nervous system to actually celebrate, because he didn't celebrate for long. He celebrated for a second. Work his life for 8 years and then celebrate for a millisecond. So let's try a little experiment. What if you developed a new belief? And the new belief was, I don't need an excuse to feel good. You go, well, that sounds stupid, just to be happy for no reason. Well, really? Most people are unhappy for no reason. How's it going? Feel like, how come? Woke up. But if how you feel? I'm feeling so good. Why do you feel good? I don't know, I just feel good. Take that person to the funny farm, right? There's something wrong with him. So I'm telling you there's something wrong with us in our culture, which has caused us to not celebrate and feel more alive. Because by the way, when you're in a great state, you treat other people better or worse. Better or worse. When you're in a great state, you perform at a higher level or a lower level? Which one? A higher level. When you're in a great state, you're better in every way. So it's not about being positive. It's about being intelligent. It's stupid to allow yourself to stay in a lousy state. You go, Tony, but with all the problems in the world, by you going into a lousy state doesn't make any problem get solved. It lowers your energy so you'll do nothing about it. So it's our job to train ourselves.